Assalamu alaikum. My name is Momina Malik. We are going to learn the lectures of LLB Part 1. Today's topic is define contract. What are the essentials of valid contract under the Islamic law from the book of Islamic jurisprudence? The first point is introduction. The most important and frequent mode of acquisition of ownership is transfer by an act of person having the ownership to another person. Such transfer is effected by means of contract, which as a technical term has wider significance in the Muhammadan law than in English jurisprudence. Second point is contract. Contract has two further points: meaning of contract and definition of contract. The first point, meaning of contract. Contract literally means conjunction, tie, knot. In law, it means conjunctions of the element of disposition, namely proposal, ijab, and acceptance, kabul. It is transaction which give rise to legal effects. Second, definition of contract. Contract has been defined by Article 103 of the Majilla as the obligation and engagement of two contracting parties with reference to particular matter. It expresses combination of offer and acceptance. Number 3, contract in the eye of Holy Quran. The Holy Quran, the basic source of Islamic law, lays down, O the believers, perform your contract. Surat Al-Ma'idah. The Holy Quran orders to write down the terms of contract and to get the document properly witnessed. Believers, when you contract a debt for a fixed term, record it in writing. Number 4th point, contract in the eye of Holy Prophet, peace be upon him. Prophet, peace be upon him, says, he who has no respect for keeping promises does not possess deen. Number 5th point is concept of contract under Islamic law. Islamic law, like other systems of law, has laid down that to constitute a contract that there should be two parties to it. One party should make a proposal and the other should accept it. That the minds of both must agree, that is, their declaration must relate the same thing, and the object of contract must be to produce a legal result. Number 6 point, essential ingredients of a valid contract under Islamic law. Following are the essential ingredients of a valid contract. Number 1, parties. There must be at least two parties to a contract. One person cannot make a valid contract with himself. So there must be at least two parties to make a contract. Number 2, capacity to enter into contract. The parties must have the capacity to enter into a contract. That means to say they must be the same major, etc. Number 3, offer and acceptance, ijab and kabul. A contract requires that one party should make the offer, ijab, and the other party should accept, kabul. That offer and acceptance are sine qua non of contract. Example, a offer to sell his house to B. B accept this offer. This is a contract between A and B. And number 4, existence of subject matter. Existence of a subject matter is necessary at the time of making a contract so that it may be transferred to other party. If the subject matter does not exist, then there is no contract between the parties. Therefore, the subject matter must be present at the time of making contract. And number 5, fitness of the subject matter. Another essential of a valid contract, like that of any other juristic act in the fitness of its subject matter. If the subject matter is not fit for the purpose, the contract relating thereto will be void altogether. Next point is consent of the parties. The contract must have been made by free consent of the parties. To constitute free consent, following condition must be fulfilled. Both the party must agree upon the same things in the same sense. Such consent should be have been caused by, not have been caused by, undue influence, force, fraud, misrepresentation, mistake. Lawful object. Object of the contract must be lawful. The presumption is that every object of contract is lawful, unless expressly prohibited by the provision of law. Next is consideration. Consideration is essential in many contracts but not in all contracts under Islamic law. Next point, fulfillment of condition. If at times of making a contract some conditions are also added, then the fulfillment of those conditions is necessary. Otherwise, contract will become null and void. Therefore, if any condition is added to contract, then the same should be fulfilled, so that the contract may be effectual between the parties. 7th point is classification of contract. Contract for the transfer of property for exchange such as sale, without exchange such as hiba, waqf, will. Contract for the transfer of mere for exchange such as bailment, carriage of goods, leases, personal and professional services, without exchange. Contract for representation such as agency, wakalat. Contract for contracting and discharging obligations such as debt, pledge, surety. Contract for consortium, marriage. This has been called strong convent by the Holy Quran. Conclusion. In the end, we can conclude it safely that contract is an agreement enforceable by law and is based on offer and acceptance of the parties in the same manner and in the same thing.